Good morning. Today I want to discuss the different cultures and different mythologies relating to them. I would like to start with dragons. All the different cultures have their own variation of the dragon. Western cultures typically have the big, formidable, leathery wings, the giant talons, big scales, fire breathing. Eastern cultures typically have the more snake-like flying dragons that have like the camel head, excuse me, tiger paws, different characteristics like that. The Native American people have their own version as well. Theirs is a lot smaller. It's more closely related to a rattlesnake, but with like bird wings. The Southern American cultures have what they call Quetzalcoatl, and he is very similar to the Chinese dragon, but he's feathered all over instead of fur. And I believe he's typically bigger. The Norse culture also has their own. It's very similar usually to the typical European dragon, but it is larger, hairier, usually more fur because of the colder climates and things like that. It can also be multi-headed. The Greek cultures also have their own version, only there's the exception that theirs doesn't fly. Theirs has multiple heads, typically does things like shoot acid, breathe fire, but it doesn't fly. Many of theirs also are water dwelling, and they swim and things like that. But all these cultures are so widespread, yet they all have this different versions of the same thing. And they also share many characteristics. All of them say they're wise. They communicate in some different way. They usually have some form of a different ability, such as fire breathing, flying, spitting acid. Typically, they're all very large as well. Western cultures view them typically as more evil and greedy, and they hoard their treasure. But if you can kill one and you can conquer it, then you can gain knowledge and treasure and riches and fame and glory. Where with the Western or Eastern cultures, they're seen more as good luck. They're generous. They help people. They're kind, and it's bad luck. It's very bad to kill them. They are very well respected over there. Very different views on the dragons, but the actual dragon itself is very widespread. And if there's so much fiction to this, why are they so widespread? There has been evidence of different dragons that they have seen, whether it be bones or different like cave drawings and things like that. But we don't know if it's more, could this dragon be the real mythological creature that we see it as now? Or is it simply a dragon or a dinosaur? That just didn't die off. Pterodactyls are very similar to what we typically believe to be the European dragon. And there are many other animals, such as the giant anacondas, that would be very similar to the Asian cultures or the Southern American cultures, and where they do have giant snakes. So I believe that there is quite a bit of fact to the fiction. We also have a living animal that we call the Komodo dragon, which can be very, very deadly, and they can grow very, very large. They're very large reptiles, which kind of is both sides. It's also, they have the giant talons, they have the giant teeth, they have this very bacteria-filled saliva that for a long time people thought to be very acidic and poisonous and things like that, which is very, very similar to how people typically see dragons. Thank you. Have a great day.